Hey Matthew, this is Keaton Everett with ABC, going over your pitching video from camp. I'm going to go through and talk a little bit about your motion and your mechanics, and break it down in a couple spots for you. There's a few things that you can do to really help you generate more power, more velocity, keep you in a much easier spot to repeat your mechanics. And it's something that as you get older and get stronger, it'll get a little bit easier for you to do. So if you're kind of making sure you're working on it now, when that strength comes, it's going to come a lot easier for you. All right. So we'll go through and kind of start from the start, and talk about your initial setup too. All right. So basically, what we look at is what your bounce is doing. What are you doing through that leg lift? All right. So a lot of times kids will start forward and then kind of rock back when you start. And you can see that you do rock back a little bit, but your head stays over your back foot, and you can see how your head and upper body start to lean forward. All right, this isn't the best spot to start in. All right, let me clear that. So you're good at staying over your back foot initially. We just got to watch this and this. All right, we want to try to keep it straight and straight. All right, so try to keep it so when you start, you're not leaning off the bat. All right, and so all that this does is this causes everything to get out front too early. All right, so then when we get going forward, we just aren't using our legs and we're getting out front. Now we lose our front side, and we release the ball with our upper body, and we take the legs out of the equation. All right, you can see the legs don't even finish. All right, so initially, and you can see how back here, now your shoulders are back, your head's back in this spot. All right, so you get there eventually. We just got to get you started there. All right, that'll make it a whole lot easier for you. All right. Another thing too, so once we get to our bounce position, so once this leg's up, bounce position, this is your bounce position here. All right, you're closed off. You got a good closed off, which is good. All right, so now we want our hips to start going forward in front of our body, meaning we don't want our head out in front, we don't want our foot kicking out, and then we want our hands to break. All right, so once we start going through here, you can see you're getting down decently, but your legs swinging out too soon. All right, so your legs swinging out, your leg at this position, we should have that knee shouldn't still be over the rubber of your back foot. We should probably see it, somewhere around here. So your body's probably more out here at this position. So if this is the position there, we want to see it farther out here somewhere. So now you're about right there. All right, there's your waist, and then you got a little bit of bend going on, and so you're just getting a little bit farther down the mount. All right, so that's sort of where we want to see that spot. So you're just opening up early. You're not getting enough drive forward. You got to get those hips going towards that target as quick as you can and as fast as you can. And so you can just see how you're just staying back over this back foot in this rubber, and you're not gaining any ground. All right, we want to get motoring towards that target and get going. All right, so just work on, weight should feel on the inside part of your knee. You're kind of on the ball of your foot back there, and you're wanting that knee to sort of rotate down that way, to turn down, to pivot on that back heel instead of kind of sit back here. All right, so that's just another little thing to get you rolling. You can see how it's starting to roll forward, but your foot's already on the ground. All right, so once your foot gets on the ground, your legs should look like that, and now your foot's hitting the ground, somewhere out here maybe. All right, so everything's just happening late for the legs. You're cutting yourself off. You got a lot more legs to use, and that's going to come easy velocity for you. All right, so I'm going to go back to foot strike. So once this front foot hits the ground, which looks like it's kind of hard to see because it blends in with the dirt. Looks like it's about right there. All right, so at this position, you can see this front side is not there anymore. We can't really see your glove. We can't see your elbow. All right, because it starts coming out early. So watch this glove. You can see it just kind of keeps pulling. All right, once this glove gets out over this front foot, let it try to keep following this front foot So then at that foot strike, your glove's still out over that front foot, and your elbow is still in play too. So now you're creating this angle here, all right, instead of that glove popping out. That's going to let you use your hips more to generate some torque. And then you keep that glove out front. You keep it out over this front foot, and then all your elbow does is just start to rotate down. But we're always going to try to see that glove throughout that delivery instead of there where it's out of the picture, all right? And so at foot strike, which is back right here again, all right, we'd see you in this position. So your ball's back there, all right, your glove's out here somewhere, okay? And so your hips are starting to turn, and so just keep that front shoulder closed a little bit longer. And then, you know, talking about those legs again, is you see that your back foot's starting to pop up off the ground, and your leg's starting to bend, and you're not driving all the way through that baseball, all right? You're releasing the ball right here, basically right over your front foot, all right? That's going to cause the ball to be flat, all right? Your head's kind of over the middle of your body. Now, if we're driving through that back leg, finishing all the way through, you know, feeling like our last big little toe, we should be getting to that point where our head and our chest are out over that front foot. All right, so now we're moving up forward. Now we're releasing the ball, you know, probably out here some ways. So now we're picking up, you know, another 6 to 8 inches of release, and now we're creating more angle on the baseball. All right, so we want angle on the baseball. We want to release it as close as we can to those hitters, and so just working on that will help you out. And you can see how that leg just kind of stays on the ground through that release. Once that release, you'll be using so much legs that the momentum should kind of be kicking that leg up high. All right, so you just got to start using those legs more. And again, it'll be something that comes with age and some strength, but just make sure you're working on it now. So again, make sure that posture, watch that initial shoulder lean, and then just get motoring down the hill. Get those hips closed and start driving with that that left leg farther down. I think I've been referring to your shoulder as your left one, but I mean in your right shoulder. I forgot you're lefty. But anyway, so just get that momentum, that drive from that left foot on that inside part of your knee, and just get it going sooner instead of staying over that rubber. All right, just get driving towards the plate, and you're going to be good to go. So good luck this year. Hopefully you have a great season. Thanks for making it out to camp, and hopefully we'll see you again with ABC.